Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Dino checking in. Whoa, what is going on with my hair? Okay, this is my quarantine. I can't get a haircut, and I'm not gonna cut it myself, so I'm just gonna put a hat on. Okay, there we go. This is me trying. I put on jeans for the first time in like 3 weeks today, so you should be proud. But just want to check in with you guys. We're thinking about you. We're praying for you and your families. I hope the e-learning, those of you that are new to it, I hope it's going well. Please don't reach out and ask about math problems. Like, I cannot help you. You will get a worse grade if I help you with your problems. But one thing I was reading and I want to share with you quick. It's in the Old Testament, and this book does not get a ton of love. It's not one of the more famous books. It's 2 Chronicles, and part of it has to do with a king. Not really sure about how his name would go over today. Probably won't have it at like a key ring at Disney World, but King Jehoshaphat. I don't know if he was fat or Jehoshaphat. There's this really cool story in 2 Chronicles, verse 20, where he's at war and he's got this massive army. But all throughout his life, he stands with God. Like, he always refers back to God. He always puts the credit. He is the moon to get to God's son. He just pushes it back on him and says, we're powerless against another mighty army that is about to attack us. We don't know what to do, for we're looking for your help. He's talking to God. And this is so crazy. So he gets his massive army. He's going to be in a brawl. He's going to be in a battle. King Jehoshaphat bowed down with his face to the ground. This is verse 18. All the people of Judah and Jerusalem did the same, worshiping the Lord. Then the Levites from the clans of Kohath and Korah stood to praise the Lord, the God of Israel, with a very loud shout. They get up the next morning. They sing, okay? They have the army ready to go, and God says, no. I want you to send the choir out. Which, if I'm, the king, I'm like, wait, what? I got my guys, my bros, we're ready to rumble. No, but I want you to send the choir out there, and God is going to deliver you. So I'm just being honest. If that were me, or there's been lots of situations in my life where I've had the decision, God, this doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem like how I would do it, and I try and do it my own way. And 10 times out of 10, you fall flat on your face, because God, doesn't always choose the conventional, what we would choose. Jehoshaphat says, give thanks to the Lord, his faithful love endures forever. So they're singing instead of fighting, and God ends up doing all the fighting. He gets the other armies confused. They start killing each other. And Jehoshaphat goes back and says that his kingdom is at peace, for God has given him rest on every side. So he's facing this danger. He's facing this trial, and he has songs of praise in his heart. And he puts God's will and God's plan before his own. And I know we're dealing with a lot of uncertainty, a lot of chaos, a lot of weirdness going on, whether you watch the news, which I would encourage, if you do need to get information, that's great. But man, more than 5-10 minutes, it's just too much, because they don't show the good parts that are going on, and they don't show the positive things. So Jehoshaphat was faced with war and warned with approaching armies, but he didn't freak out. He didn't try and go his own way. He relied on God, and he was blessed, and God was exonerated. God was glorified because of it. No matter what's going on, I always like to tell my kids, like, control the things that you have control over. Everything else, it's out of your hands. You have control over your words, your actions, and your attitude. Pretty much everything else, a lot of things in life, it's just us reacting to the circumstances. It's us reacting to the situation. And that's really where our character comes, and that's where God can really shine. So, we can't control what's going on in the world. We can't control viruses. We can't control the things that are spreading and people getting sick. But we can control our reaction. We can control how we respond to it. And that's what Jehoshaphat did. He marched into this situation praising God and letting his faithful love be with him. And he was victorious of it. So, man, let's try and live without the crazy weird name. Let's try and live like Jehoshaphat, who entered this circumstance, this battle, with thanksgiving and with praise. And by the way, it all comes back to Jesus. Jesus said, "In this world you will have trouble." Okay, that's one of those Bible verses that's not always quoted, because I'm telling you what, you're not going to see that one on Instagram a lot, because there's some real stuff there. He's being straight up and saying, you're going to have trouble. You are going to have tribulations. There's going to be battles. There's going to be days where you're like, I got no words. I don't even have emojis for it. But take heart, I have overcome the world. That's the amazing part. And we just got through with Easter, and what a great reminder for what's going on in the world right now. You know, and a lot of times we see what's going on, and it's hard to like, well, how is this your will? How is God going to be glorified with the coronavirus, with people dying, with hospitalizations, with people getting laid off, and people losing their jobs? It's almost like sometimes I used to watch when my gym was open. Now it's not, and I miss it. I miss it so bad. I just remember I had a gym membership, but they would have like HGTV on, and they'd have like House Hunters going on. I love House Hunters. So you'd have like this couple, and they'd be trying to find their dream home, and it's usually really expensive. So let's say you're like in Austin, Texas, or Portland, Portland, Oregon, and you've got these people, and they'll introduce themselves like, "Hi, I'm Deborah. I teach preschool," and then, "Hey, I'm Jonathan, her husband, and I teach hamster yoga. We have a budget of $10 million." How is that how can you find a house with what you're bringing in? You're looking at this like, how is that going to happen? You ain't going to get anything. So sometimes we look at God like, we bring him our problems, we bring him our situations, and sometimes it's hard to believe or hard to understand how he's going to make it work for his good and for our good too in the long run. But that's just one thing we just have to give to God. We can give him our problems, we can give him our frustrations, our arguments, our anxieties, things that are hovering over us like a cloud. We can give him those things, and we can feel confident that he's going to take those things. He's not looking for us to have all the answers. God's just looking for us to be faithful. So keep that in mind. Read some about our homie Jehoshaphat in 2 Chronicles. Man, we love you. We're lifting you up this week, and I miss y'all so much, and Angie does too. She's running around with a baby and a dog, so I'm probably have to go check on her, see what I can do. Love you guys. Let us know if we can help in any way. God bless you.